Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
perfect. Loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay.
You just got
Oh my
that funny
gosh.
thing on your face.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to get rid of this box on my face. So we're just gonna get this started. So Kaz and I have been trying for the past 10 minutes to get this video going, and there's going to be a box on my face for the entirety of this video. Who
It's like,
cares? Just ignore it and listen to what Kaz is talking about. So, if you're not familiar with
pulling
Kaz,
me off that box on your face.
I know, it's just, it's like the Vogue, right? Vogue, Vogue,
Yeah.
Vogue, 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 Vogue. So, just ignore the box on my face. But just for everybody, this is Kaz Hawke. This is one of my best friends. We talk all the time. She's my European friend with a beautiful accent that you're going to melt with. Um, Kaz
Oh,
is a very inspirational friend of mine. We align with a lot of our beliefs, and she's a very open minded person and has a lot of really interesting takes on all kinds of different things. And I just wanted to do this short video on just to introduce her to all of you. She has a YouTube channel. She makes her own music, and it's all about healing, and I'm gonna let her take over so that she can explain a little bit about herself, and then we're gonna go on to talk about the sky. So Kaz, go ahead and talk about yourself real quick.
right. I was pretty landed on the spot here tonight with this. So I'm not even prepared for where to start.
I'm good at that. I'm
I'm a,
good at
I'm a bit lost at where to start. Basically, I woke up in 2015. Well, I was awake a long time before that, but properly woke up when I moved back to England after living in Ibiza for 10 years. And I moved back to my mum and dad's as a stepping stone, and noticed that the sky was wrong. And I was like totally blown away by it. And I noticed in like 2 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon, that the clouds were pink. And I was like, it's too early for the clouds to be pink. They don't go pink till sunset, which is hours and hours and hours away. And I remember saying this to my mum and dad, and like going downstairs and going, look, 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 look at the sky. And they were just like, oh, it's the blah de blah. And I was just like, what? And just being totally, I just was so blown away by it that I had to start doing my own research and investigate. And I think I did my mum and dad's head in because I couldn't stop going on about the sky and pointing out how it shouldn't be like that. The skies never look like that. And in the end, I had to sort of calm down on that bit because my mum and dad were just looking at me like I was a weirdo. And um, yeah, it was very uncomfortable feeling because all of a sudden we had this distance. It was like obvious that they were uncomfortable with how I was behaving in their house. And yeah, it was weird. And anyway, so I carried on researching on my own intensely. It became an obsession, basically, filming. Luckily, I had a job which allowed me to be outside and have a good view of the sky all day while I was at work, when I was delivering for a grocery company. And I'm surprised I kept my job that long, actually, because the amount of times I was late for deliveries because I was too interested in the sky and I couldn't stop recording. I was thinking, oh, they can wait, this is more important, you know.
which is true.
And all the cars that were looking at me in my uniform thinking, there's that weirdo driver again taking photos of the sky on country lanes. But I didn't care. It was like really important to me because I've always had an obsession with the sky, the stars, you know, just clouds, the sun, the universe. It's always interested me. And when you see something that is totally out of place in something you're really familiar with and you've studied from a kid, you know you're not wrong, and you know something is wrong or something's not right, you know, and it's really important to you, and it becomes a passion to investigate and go down the rabbit hole, as I did.
Yep.
And that
Hmm.
was it, the rabbit hole, the very crazy, lonely place which can suck you in and crikey, it toughens you up, put it that way. And that's how I managed to meet the beautiful people in the Soul Tribe, eventually. At last, you know, you go through a lot of disinformation and weird channels and watch a lot of bizarre stuff to get to the place that is safe and the people are true and honest and genuine, and they don't judge you on what you experience, because they've experienced quite a similar thing in their lives. And yeah, thank goodness for you lot. That's what I can say. I'm safe. I feel safe. And
Yes.
that's where Amber comes in, because whenever I feel like I'm having a moment of crumbling reality, I just get in touch with Amber and she makes me feel all right again. It's great.
Yeah,
It's
because we
great.
all have the opportunity and the space to be ourselves. And why feel weird and discluded from that? You know, like just because the masses don't believe in certain things and they're not awakened to certain things doesn't mean it's not true. So it's so important that people who actually see things differently come together and support each other.
Yeah. And that is everything to me. It's my family. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And, you know, sometimes, even though I find now I'm very selective with who I watch, where I get my information from. I do my own research. Mainly, I like the sky. I've researched it. I took over 58,000 photos and goodness knows how many videos.
That's a
And
lot of photos.
yeah, and do you know what I did not long ago, when I was having a moment of visiting the dark side of my soul, which a lot of us have done and
Mhm.
gone through. I deleted more or less my whole library of photos and videos, but just kept a handful of the ones that I felt were most relevant, because at the time when I was filming and taking pictures, I was just clicking away, click, 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 and there were a lot of images that were just the same. And I mean, they're the ones that you happen to capture just that one mad moment in, you know, where you've caught like a black square that should be there and it's hovering in midair, or a dragon. Do you know what I mean? So I used to spend hours analysing every single photo. I'd do it in, what's it called? black reverse, like what do you call it? When you reverse the colour, black's white, white's black.
Right.
Inverted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because once you invert it, you see things that you don't see.
Yes, the shadows come out more prominent.
Yeah. And so then I went through my whole library again, doing it inverted, looking at it, analysing it, and it was like, I used to spend hours and hours. When I first began my journey, I hardly slept. There wasn't enough time to sleep
It
because
becomes
then
an
I got a night
obsession.
vision device. Hey,
It
sorry.
becomes an obsession,
It
you
was
know?
an absolute obsession. All my energy went into it. So then when I got a night vision infrared device, it opened up the night. And it's like brought the night life alive, the night
Yes.
sky alive. And I was like, day and night, day and night.
Yes, like, oh my gosh, there's another party over here at night.
There's a
What?
whole new reality to explore.
Yeah.
It's like, shall I film the day or shall I film the night? Oh my God.
Yeah.
And that's when I found that I could see, I found a way of seeing or filming an energy that I had tried to explain to people I had around me in my life when my journey started in 2015. This energy came into my life that only I could see, and no one else could see it.
Do you
And it was
happen to
very hard
have
to.
that video up and ready?
Which one?
I think I know what you're talking about of what you can see.
Oh,
I don't,
yeah, when it's flutter. Yeah,
yeah,
I haven't, but I can.
that would be cool.
The one in the van, when I'm talking in the van, that one.
Either that one or the one on your bed. That one was cool. Or the one
Oh,
that you were filming on your carpet and you can see all the vibrations.
oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so one of
I'll
those,
bring
the
a
one on
few.
the bed was cool. So any of those, you have many.
Okay.
Kaz is really good at being able to be aware of what's going on in her environment and filming it. So, and she catches
Yeah,
some really cool stuff.
I do, and it's something about the cell phone. It can capture things that our eyes can't,
Yep.
and it picks up on energies. You need to give me permission, honey, to share the
Okay,
screen.
let me give you permission. Hold on one sec.
Thank you.
All right, babe, I think you're good to go.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Right. Get rid of that. Bear with me. I wasn't ready for this.
No
Oh,
worries.
it's on my YouTube channel. I was ready for one video, but it was the wrong one. I can
And
pull
Kaz
up.
does have these on her channel. So it's Kaz Hawke. So it's CAZHAWKE. Kaz Hawke.
Yep. Right.
If my camera turns off and I don't notice, just let me know. It turns off every 30 minutes. So I'm still here
Okay.
though.
Yeah. Right. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for energies, aren't I? It's down here somewhere. Night vision, orbs, amazing orbs. It's probably on here. So the snow orbs is a good one to show. This one with the energies there. I'm going to capture the snow. The orbs, the energy, I can capture it. It comes up on the when you're filming as it's like snowflakes, and they used to seem to like my fluffy blanket on my bed. let's go full
They were
screen. Hang on.
attracted to the fuzz on the bed. It was comfortable.
They thought it was just this blanket. When you did that with your hand on it, it used to make like either the fur would go that way or it would go that way, you know.
Right.
And it used that the energy used to express itself on the surface of the blanket. When the blanket was laid flat and smooth, the
It would
orbs,
form impressions.
yeah, and it would show me what it looked like. So the faces had come out and they'd merge. So unless I filmed it still and left it sort of film in one spot over, say, 2 minutes, you would see the faces come out and they'd merge and change into each other. And they, you know, some would look kind of humanish, some would look like monsters.
Mm-hmm. But they were
Only have one
beings. You
eye.
could tell there was beings in there.
Yeah. And, you know, that took me to, I had to retrain myself, reteach myself that not to judge appearances of how things look. Forget what you're seeing in the movies. Forget that monsters are negative or they're out to eat you. I had to wipe that from my brain. Because I used to be terrified of the dark as a kid through
Mm-hmm.
watching horror
Me too.
movies and stuff on the TV. You know, like the Bogeyman and stuff like Nightmare on Elm Street, all them things. And so I was really scared of the dark for a long time. So in order for me to get over this fear, it wasn't a fear, it was the unknowing of what this energy was. Because there's no book on it, there's no Google search I could do on it.
I just did a video with a friend and I was explaining the same thing.
Yeah.
But we're not taught how to understand what we're experiencing.
There was no research. I could go to a library and understand what it was I was experiencing. And it took me a long time to find someone else on YouTube that was seeing the same thing. And there's very few.
Yes.
So in the meantime, I took myself outside in the dark, in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, in a field, and stuck myself with this energy on my own in the dark and filmed it. I thought, the only way I'm going to learn about you is to be with you and get to know you. So that's what I did.
That's very brave of you.
It's very brave of myself, but I thought it's the only way I could do this.
Yeah.
Because there was a stage of going to bed at night where I didn't want to close my eyes because I wasn't sure what was happening. And I'd fight it until I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. And I'd see this energy come down on the pillow next to my face, and it'd be sparkling on the pillow like glitter. And I'd feel it go over my eyes, and you know when you get like an overwhelming of light on your eyes when your eyes are shut?
Yes.
It was like that. And that would happen when I'd open my eyes or close my eyes once it would go over my face. So I'd be like blind in the dark, you know what I mean?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I still get that to this day. But yeah, when I close my eyes at night, it seems to get more intense. And
do you think it's because they're around you more at night, or is it because of
it's more, I hear it, it's like a loud, high-pitched frequency tone that as it gets closer, it gets louder. So I know when it's right above me when I'm in bed, because I look at the ceiling and literally I can see the energy coming down over me from the ceiling. It's like massive. Yeah, it's massive. This, it's huge.
Would you say it's bigger than your room or your
Yeah.
house, or is it just like the
It's
size of your bed? Or
it's big. It fills the room. It fills every wall, every room, the floor, the space. And I've noticed when I go outside, it follows me, and that it becomes a cloud. It is a cloud, yeah. Because when I go for walks at night in the countryside, it's right above me, and I can see its energy in the sky because it sort of flickers like glistens, yeah.
so
And
do you think do
it's like a wobbly jelly as well. That's
mhm.
you can see. So
All that
if I look down
energy
at the
is just kind
floor,
of,
yeah,
yeah,
like heat rising, like a wobble.
yeah.
And so when you look at the ground next to you and you look up from the ground, you see that whole bit of space, it's wobbling. It's like a mirage, but it's clear. If that's a good
And
explanation
you
of
see
what
that in your house as well, that it,
I
like you
see
said, it
it all the
follows you
time. It follows me around to
in your
each room.
car as well.
It's in my car. I tell you what, I didn't think I was able to film it in the day, but
You
as you
did.
know, Amber,
Yes.
I've done them videos of me in the van, filming the inside of the van in the daytime.
Yep.
And you can see the seat next to me. It looks like it's raining on the seat, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's very
It doesn't look like a
strong.
solid object anymore. It looks like there's fluidity to it, and it's not on the
Yeah,
object, it's above it almost, or
yeah.
maybe it is in it. It's hard to tell, but it's not like a
It's,
solid object. With none of us are solid. None of this is solid.
no,
But when you can
it,
actually see it with your two eyes, not just your mind's
yeah.
eye, but with your two eyes, and experience it all the
And that's
time, everywhere you
because,
go.
yeah, when I zoom in, say, on my leg or on the arm of the chair, that's when you can see how you can see it. And that at night, that same like raining visual you get as you look at it on the scene, that's what I see on my ceiling, but it's coming down, and it
It's
has
coming
like
down, it's coming up, it's all around,
it's,
it's
yeah,
in and
it,
out.
it, it just is.
Yes. Yep.
It's like ether, I suppose.
It is ether. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Plasma, possibly.
Plasma. That's the, yes. Bang on.
Yes.
It. That's what it. Yeah. If you could put a word to it, plasma. How plasma would look in your environment,
So
if you
did
know what I
you
mean, without the electrical intensity, but the sound is electric that I hear
plasma is
with it.
electric. That is electricity.
Yeah. So that's the frequency I'm hearing, isn't it?
That yes. Yeah.
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 We can play this video, sorry, as we're
No,
talking,
I
can't we?
this conversation's great. And I just wanted to bring up too is there's a really good creator. His name is Jay Dreamers, and he talks a lot about the plasma reality, and he talks about the plasma apocalypse too. So how just go to his channel. I don't have
Mhm.
enough knowledge in my brain or time to get through all that, but just go to his channel. He speaks a lot about the plasma, or plasma reality. But yeah,
Yeah.
Kaz, show us. Let's see.
So these are the snow orbs that I have on my bed. And as you can see, it's not a speck of dust
No, I
catching the
just saw one next
lens.
to the mouse.
And they move in a flowing,
They're kind of like shooting stars in a way. They're kind of like, psh,
yeah, that energy is energy.
yeah.
being picked up, and it's just gliding along above the top of my blanket, and then it disappears into the pillow and goes from sight.
So
But you
you
see it
can,
wiggling the pillow like a what they're called, a sequin, and then it just vanishes. So we
that's
see
so
that again.
beautiful. That is so angelic
We
and
can do it
wonderful that
slower.
you can see it with your two eyes and you can film it and share it with
Yeah,
other people.
yeah.
I don't know if you
Um,
would feel comfortable showing the other one. If not, I have another
oh,
recommendation.
absolutely. We'll get to that one next
Okay.
because
Oh,
they're
my
both
camera's
quite
not showing.
short. But this is an example of the energy when you film it. When I film it with it comes up as those kind of orbs. Um, quite often you get them when they're going in different directions, and
Can you
other times
hold on?
it's
Can you
like
hear
just
me?
like a sparkly energy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My camera froze because I moved my computer. So now I guess that's a thing that my camera's
Oh,
going to
right.
freeze or my microphone's going to stop working when I move my camera. I mean, my computer.
Oh no.
But I'm still here. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's that one. I'll get the next one up. Yeah.
yes.
Just let this one finish. But it's amazing. It is like a sequin, flying sequin.
Look at that. You could
I
totally see
know.
it. Pew. And I know a lot of us like have these experiences and see things. But the cool thing is
It's
Kaz got it on video, you know?
exactly. It's
Yeah.
getting the what you're talking about and having something to show as you're talking, so people can see exactly
And
what
you
you.
have proof.
Yeah, exactly. I've
Yeah.
so much proof. That's why I stopped filming it, because there's over 400 videos of sky orbs and all the crazy stuff that I've managed to capture over the 5 6 years. And that's when, after that, my music started, because I'd given that enough energy.
Right. Yeah,
So it's time
Kaz
to do
Kaz
something
has,
different.
you know, just like all of us, we all have our stories and Kaz has a beautiful story and you know, a heart-filled, emotional story that, you know, led her to where she is today and you know, and that's why I believe in telling your story and if you have things that have happened to you in your life that have hurt you and stuff and if you are an artist and you can you could express it through your art then do it, you know? Like if you're filming orbs and stuff, that's a beautiful way to express your creativity. You know, you don't have to
Yeah,
be a singer or an artist or a band member or a guitar player or a piano player. You don't have to be any of that. You can be, and that's a beautiful way to express it, which Kaz does through her music. She makes her music. It's wonderful. Um, but you know,
mm,
you can do it in all different ways. You have your creativity in all different ways, you know,
yeah,
and so it's just honoring that. And I always tell people that just honor your creativity, you know, by and taking pictures like this. If you feel like I have another friend who takes pictures similar to this, but different, not like this, but obviously everyone's different. So their art's going to come out differently. But, you know, some people have the skill like Kaz to take pictures of things when needed. I don't have that skill. I could take a picture of something and it'll come out all crooked and funky and the lighting's horrible and you can't see anything. You know, I don't have that skill. But, you know, people like Kaz have that skill. So if you feel like, you know, I'm good with this, then do it. You know, it's like, why not? It's so cool to look at and you get to
yeah.
express yourself. You know, like Kaz was saying, you
It
get
is
something
cool to look
visual.
at, especially when you're filming at night, because the orbs that the infrared will pick up with the night vision device, I'd be showered in them. They'd just be coming up, pouring over me. And it was such an amazing experience. It was like, what is this? Still don't know what it is.
Like, you know what it is, but you're still in awe because
Yeah.
it's
I
not
just
something
feel
every day that
I've become
happens. I
so
mean,
used to it being living with me. It's become a companion.
it's like, no, we don't just live together in the house. We live together all the time.
We're together constantly,
We are. You
at
are me, I
work,
am you.
at home, in bed, when I'm asleep. I've noticed when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I open one eye, peek, and I've got like this alcove in my bedroom, like an arch, and it seems to gather in there. I've noticed, and when it sees me waking up, you can see, because it's a big lot of energy in one space. You can see it. You can see it really clearly, and it sort of wobbles, and you can see it wobbling along towards you, and it comes right. You can sort of watch it moving then, and when I come downstairs and sit down, first thing in the morning on my red thick rug I've got here, you can actually see it. It looks like pins and needles. When I say pins and needles, it looks like what I'm going to show you now, and it's like this energy buzzing in the rug. It's just amazing.
Would you say that it looks like when it's first in the corner of the doorway? Does it kind of look like static electricity?
Yes, static. You know, like when you used to turn the TV off
Yeah.
and it used to go all
Yeah.
fuzzy, like that, but without colour.
Or like on the old school TVs when you didn't get a channel. So it was just
Yeah,
static.
yeah, but without colour, like a transparent version of that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes. I've seen that too. But you get to see it in your room all the time.
I know. It does, and it's just a thing I've become. It's become normal
I
to
think it's
me. It's
because you
just there.
appreciate it so much. You take pictures of it, you acknowledge it.
It likes to be filmed. I've noticed it
It wants
likes
to
to
know,
show
it
off for
wants
the
to be
camera.
known. It's like, hey, there's more to this existence than just you. Not you, Kaz, but I'm talking to all of us.
Yeah,
There's more to existence than this, and you are really good with sensing that energy. We're best friends. We talk all the time. We both know each other's sensitivities and stuff, and it's a very magical thing when you have that sensitive part of you that knows when it's there, and you have the talent of being able to pull out your camera and take pictures of it and film it.
yeah,
And they like you said, they like that. They want people to know, hey, we're
they
here. Stop ignoring
do.
us. We're here.
start to start a pit
We're
right with
here to
it
help
all.
you. We're not here to hurt you.
There's no negative vibe at all from
No,
them. So it's sometimes the sound can get a bit intense because it's
it's
like
like hard on the eardrums.
yeah, and I know, especially it's like when they want me to look at something or they want my attention, they get loud, and it's a high pitched. Like when you used to go get your ears tested
Mm-hmm.
in the hearing test,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like that high pitched one that you can hardly hear
Yeah.
because it's so high, but it's like that but loud
Yeah.
with static, and
I
it
was just gonna say
fluctuates
that,
from
Kaz.
different tones. Hey,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just gonna say that when you said static, because what I notice is right before I hear the high pitched sound, I hear static, and I don't realize I hear static until the static turns on, or I mean off, and the high pitch
Mm-hmm.
turns on. So I won't notice that I'm hearing anything until I hear this static turn off
Yeah.
and this high pitch all of a sudden turn on. And I'm like, whoa, where did those two sounds come from?
Yeah.
Like it's, and so I question, do I always hear static? And then it turned off when the high pitch came on? Because right now, when I'm
Right.
thinking about it, I'm not
Yeah.
hearing static.
Switched. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a switch. It's almost like a
Yeah.
radio station switch.
Yeah. You've tuned into a different frequency tone, like,
Yeah, I mean, is it
wow.
me, or I mean, everything is us, right? Everything is the I.
Wow.
I understand that. But it's like,
It's a
is there an outer
pulsing.
source that is control? Is there an outer source that's like, all right, we're changing the channel for the consciousness? Like, is this
You can
something
hear it
nefarious,
change.
or is it
You know
natural?
when it goes really loud on a different tone, and it's like
It's
someone's just
super
turned
high,
something
and
on, or
sometimes it
what?
lasts a long time, and you're just like, ah,
Yeah. So I just had it pulsing in this ear then as you were talking. It like sing. It's like it's singing. It's like a pulse, like a
see, I think things like that, if I don't know. I was going to say, I think things like that is maybe more angelic and coming from the ethers. And then other ones are coming from something else, something man
like
made.
yeah,
But
like a
yes,
Wi-Fi, like a frequency of radio frequency, radio
right.
waves,
Yeah. So
Wi-Fi,
that's the thing, is like learning how to,
EMF.
to distinguish the two and figuring out
Yeah.
what they both mean. Right.
Yes. There is. I find with with the energy sound, it's not offensive. Whereas with when I'm picking up on strong Wi-Fi and EMFs, it actually hurts.
Yes.
It hurts. You can feel it on your body. You can feel it. Um, Sort of your body. Your body's battling with
And
the
it's annoying. It kind of
wave.
agitates you.
It's a pain. It's a intrusive
Yeah.
feeling,
Yeah.
and you can feel it's doing damage, and you
Yeah.
can't get away from it.
Yeah.
You can get things to help, crystals and
If it makes me uncomfortable, and if I truly feel, and that's the trick, is realizing what you're feeling. Like, is this something that is needed for my highest good, or is this something that isn't needed for my highest good? Because there is no good or bad, all that stuff, but is this
no, that's right.
benefiting me, right? So that's the
Mhm.
hard part, because we can shut it down. Sometimes when I hear these certain frequencies and I don't like it, I'll shut it down. I'll be like, no, 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 no. And I'll like, I'll literally like do this to cut the cords off my ears
Yeah,
and cut that frequency out. Right.
yeah,
So, but that's the thing, because we don't want to cut out the positive things. We don't want to cut out the things that are most beneficial to us. So we don't want to like cut those off. But so that's why it's so important to be in tune with yourself
yeah,
and the environment you're in, and understand the differences between the vibrations, and respect
yeah.
that we are in tune to all these different frequencies and vibrations. We are. But if you don't believe in that, and you're just like
If you
just
don't
doing things
recognise
blindly,
what they are, the feeling, then you'll just feel like you are coming down with something, or you are
that
tired all the time
too.
and you need some drug to pick you up. You
Yeah.
just assume that you got something wrong with you, don't you? And you go to the
Yes.
doctors like a lot of the people do and say I'm tired all the time, or I'm feeling down and sad, because they can make you feel like that as well. They can make you feel low,
Yeah,
bring your
absolutely.
energy
Good
down.
point. Very good point.
Yeah. So then you think you're depressed,
Right.
or something, it's getting you down, and you blame it on just
yourself or your
yourself.
environment, the people around you.
Yeah, you blame it on you coming down with, you know, not well, instead of realizing it's all this technology that you've got in your house
Exactly, exactly. Or and not
doing
even in our
damage.
house, because at this point we can't escape it. So
I know, yeah.
we can have all this technology in our house, or we can just get rid of it. So if we get rid of it, but our neighbors, every single neighbor
Neighbours
has
got it.
tons of
You've
technology. It's
got the
everywhere.
towers on every
Yeah,
street.
the
You
waves
can't
are
get
in the
away
air.
from it now.
We cannot escape it. So what can we do? We could raise our
The best thing
vibration. We can have technology like how you have on your phones and your
is
computers,
go and ground yourself. We take your shoes and socks off and stick
you,
your feet in the earth.
yes, socks off, socks off,
Yeah,
bare
that is
feet
the
don't
best
care.
way. Even if it's just 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, because it's cold
Or just
still.
walk barefoot as much as you can.
Yeah,
1 minute,
yeah,
nah, I mean, big deal, but like actually walk in the dirt and ground
yeah.
yourself.
What I do now is I go for a walk and I get to one of my favourite trees that I sit down. I found some new trees that would just sit you. It's got like your bum seat and it sits you back perfectly straight, your posture. And then that's when I take my shoes and socks off and I stick them in
Yes.
the dirt and I just soak up the scenery.
Yeah.
It's like the view of the whole valley. And I'm like, ooh,
And
this is
you're
perfect. You got
laying
your
and you're sitting
backrest.
against a tree.
You got your tree, and
The
it's sort of
tree
got
is
this
so
little
powerful. I
perch.
hug trees all the time. I touch
Yeah, and
them.
it sits you back straight. It's like,
Exactly. It
wow.
sits your back straight. You might end up with a couple bugs in your hair, but oh
Yeah, I don't
well.
mind. I don't
Yeah,
mind bugs.
like it's so nice to, because like I used to, when I first was got into spirituality, I started touching trees, right? And I would thank
Yeah,
it and I would absorb some of the energy and move on. And then I got to the point where I was hugging them. But in the beginning, I was kind of embarrassed because there's people around and they're like, oh my God, she's such a hippie. But I just kept doing it. I was like,
yeah,
this is kind of embarrassing. This was in the beginning. Now I don't care. But it's like,
yeah,
I was like, I'm still gonna do it, man. I appreciate you. And I've had some
yeah.
really strong experiences with trees. I'll probably do a
Absolutely.
video on one
I'm
on a
gonna do.
specific
That's a
tree.
good idea. I'm gonna do one too,
Yeah,
because sometimes I
it's
stop the
so
car and jump out, and
powerful.
go, "Oh my God, that tree!
Well,
I've got to
just
go and
like
look
in
at
the
it."
rainforest or whatever forest, it doesn't matter what forest, they're all connected
Yeah.
in the root system, right?
Yes.
So if there's a fire 10 miles away, they're all going to know because they're all connected at the roots, which is so
Yes.
symbolic to how we are, right? It's like this
They give
connection to
out
each other.
warnings. Yeah.
Yeah.
If one tree's ill or sick, they they can heal it by, you know, knowing about its illness or sick
That
or
makes me
disease.
wonder though. I wonder because I don't know this, but my intuition is telling me this. So if there's anybody who knows, please tell us in the comments. But maybe you even know, Kaz. What if, okay, so the same, so it's almost like equal but reverse. So like if a tree is dying, everyone knows. So they send it healing. All the trees send it healing and it can heal. Maybe they'll send it more water or more of their nutrients. Maybe they can share their nutrients through their root system, right? To get it to that ill tree. I don't know if that's true, but it sure seems like it could be very possible, right? So
Yeah.
what if the opposite is true, where they know that a tree is really infected with something really bad and it's not going to make it, so maybe they send it something to like help it kill off faster, like it could
Send
go
it to
both
die.
ways.
Yeah. Because that once the tree's fallen or died, then it becomes a world for the
It takes
insect
more of their
kingdom.
energy trying to keep it there, then why
Yeah.
not just
And
send
it
it something
becomes
that'll help it disintegrate
perfect
faster?
for fungi and mushrooms
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
moss and hedgehogs and, you know, birds, all sorts, ants,
Yep.
bugs. It just becomes a house for
For something
new
else
life.
living.
Yeah, it is.
So
What dies create is rebirths the new.
Exactly.
It's like when we get cremated or our ashes are scattered or we're put in the ground, basically we're compost,
Yeah.
we're fertilizer,
Hmm.
for plant
There's
feed.
nowhere else
What
for us to
plants and
go.
trees feed off is blood, isn't it? Mud is blood.
Or waste.
Mud, yeah. Well, they say the mud is the blood, and the rocks
Ah, yes, yes.
is the petrified
I
bodies.
also, so what would you say rivers? I know we've gone so off topic of your videos. So I do want to show at least one or two more of your videos because I know this
Oh
is
God, yeah.
because we can talk for hours and hours. Um, so I just want to God, see, this is why I wanted to do a video with you, is because you and I can just get really lost in these great conversations.
This is good though
It's
because it's
wonderful.
just
And I'm so
flowing.
grateful that you decided to come on last minute. I was like, let's do it. I've never done that to Kaz before. And she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, all right, let's do it. I'm not ready, but let's go.
It's
But
hard
no,
to stay on topic.
this is great. No, but that's the thing. It's like we can go on and on and on this topics, and I'm gonna still ask you the question that I was gonna ask you. So we're not getting off this topic yet. But I just wanted
Okay.
to remind you that I'm not forgetting about your videos. We just need to play one or two more, and we can expand on
Okay.
this in other videos as well. I just don't
I'll
want
do
this to
this
turn out
now.
into a 4-hour video. 2 hours is cool, but four, no. I don't even know how long we've been going. But
Not
so
long.
huh?
5, 10 minutes.
Yeah, a lot longer than that. I don't know though.
Oh, I feel that's what it feels like.
Once my battery goes dead, then and I'll still be here if it goes dead. So don't worry. It's cool. It's not going to turn off. But that's when once my battery goes dead, we've been on for an hour. So we'll know. But
Okay.
so what I was going to ask you is, and I'm really enjoying this conversation. It's great. I'm so glad we're filming this. This is exactly why I wanted to do this in the
Awesome.
first place, because we always have really cool conversations. We can be on the phone for 7 hours. And we live in different parts of the world. So, it can be sunny here and like,
I'm always polite, and I stay up all night to get in touch with you, don't I?
aw. Now she's trying
But
to
I
make me feel
work.
guilty because I don't do that.
Well, no, but like because I'm normally at work in the day, so I'm not here anyway. You'll be asleep. But I do appreciate it when you do reply to my emails early. Earlier the
I
better.
know. But sometimes early for you is like really early. So like early for you. So sometimes
It's your
you contact
lunchtime.
me at 2 p.m. at my time. So it would probably be like 8 p.m. your time. And so before that, though, is when I wake up, I have to work out, I have to eat
I
and
know
stuff
you
like
do.
that.
You've
So
got your
I'm like, oh,
routine,
I
and I
gotta get everything in.
understand.
And then by the time I get a hold of you, you're like, yeah, mate, I gotta go to bed. I'm like,
Sometimes you
okay.
work out while you're talking to me, don't you?
Sometimes, yeah, I've done my stretches and stuff with her on the
Yeah,
phone for sure. But okay,
that's
so
good.
let's move on to our conversation here. So my question was, so you said mud is the blood, which I believe. I believe that everything is basically just
And that's what
decomposed
the plants and
bodies.
the trees, basically, they're feeding off us. They're feeding off dead bodies, not just human, animals,
Everything, right? Fossilized
everything.
or everything is
The
dead. Everything is
nutrients, yeah.
decomposed.
When
Everything
you think of
is
fossil fuels, we're
mm-hmm,
burning, it's dead bodies, it's dead things,
mm-hmm,
dead,
yeah.
dead
And some people
animals.
would say we're living on dead giants bodies. So
They're
who knows?
giants, they're dinosaurs,
That's a whole
fossil
nother
fuels.
video. Let's not get into that right now. We can get into that another
I'll get my
time because that's
stones,
going to
I'll
lead
start
us
my
into a
stones.
whole nother.
Right, get
But
the
for
fossil
sure, we're going to
collection.
touch on that because that's a great conversation. I'm so
It
into
is,
that.
I've got giant fingers down there and
I
everything, you know
know.
that,
Oh
don't
my
you?
gosh. Do you want to show one?
Oh God, yeah, let's
Yeah,
get
might
it.
as well. Let's give them a little taste.
All right, come on. This one has actually
So
got my name on it.
turn off your share screen so they can see it bigger.
Ah. Okay. Don't let me get too distracted.
I won't let you get too distracted. I got this box over my face. I'm very super focused. I'm super focused.
Right then. This is
A finger.
a finger, look. So here's the bone, as you can see.
And you can see the
Turn it right.
capillaries, like the
Yeah.
holes for the capillaries, and then the actual like
The
joint.
shape. So it's like that. Yeah. I'm sorry.
So that's like basically it's the tip of your carpal, metatarsal, metacarpal,
Yeah.
whatever. I haven't
And
been in
here will be
anatomy
the
for so
nail.
long.
When you
Just-
wet it, actually.
It's the tip. And that's huge. That's like that big, just for being.
It's massive. I've got another one there. Oh, look, you can see the nail.
Yes.
See the nail?
Yes. Yes. That is amazing. When she first showed me this, I was like, what? Yeah. Yep. And that's the opening where somehow it got cut off, split off, and you can see the openings of all the veins.
Shape.
Yep.
And the nail.
That is so
and
cool.
Look at my finger and look at that one.
Yeah. And that's not even a finger. That's the tip. That's just
it could be tip. Like the little finger.
Yeah, it could just be the tip of the little finger for sure.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
And then there's this one. This one's better. This, I think, is a toe.
Oh my gosh.
Nail.
You never showed me that one, I don't think.
I know, I forgot. I found it. But it's more been flattened.
Whoa.
But it could be.
It could be maybe that being's toe was just a flatter type toe.
Yeah, because look, it's got the bit there, like a big toe.
Yeah. Like where people get corns and stuff on that end.
Yeah, look.
So where did you find these?
Do you know where I found these, right? Look, you could... Hello. So you must got the fingers chopped off when they're being rude. I found these when I was delivering in a customer's garden. They were on the border of their hedge. And I remember looking down, you know, when people have lots of big stones, pebbles, and as decoration on the sides of the garden. I just seen this. I didn't know it was a finger at the time. I just liked the shape of it. I thought that's a nice shape.
That's
stone,
the beauty of following your pull towards something. Because you could have completely just blown it off and been like, it's just a rock, you know, who cares? But something in you was so attracted to it, and you honored that part of you to go grab it and take it with you. And look what you have. I
know, but you know what? And I'll be quick on this topic because it's really deep. I've now realised having an obsession with stones, like I did the clouds. It was like if I wasn't looking down at the floor picking up stones, I was looking up at the sky. There was never a dull moment. Right. It was like, should I look at the floor? Should I look at the sky? I was like,
because you're so aware of all the possibilities and everything.
Oh, you know? God. And I was seeing things in the stones that I was seeing in the sky, and I was like, there's a connection here. There's a connection. What's it showing me? There's faces in the stones. There's faces in the clouds. The clouds seem to have consciousness, and so do the stones. Yeah. So then I realised that the stones are basically body parts of all different shapes and sizes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had this kind of phase where I was like, ugh. I didn't want to be picking up dead fingers and big chopped off broken bits of toe, because I've got small. Oh God, I've got one down there.
But when it's
which
fossilized,
looks just like a little finger like normal size. And I could even make a whole
It was
hand
their
out of,
baby. That was
yeah.
probably a
And the
bad joke.
detail is, it's too much. It's like, shall I show you one? Just a little one.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bit creepy, to be honest. That one. No. No. Oh, my plants are growing everywhere. Oh, here. Oh, crikey. Right. So I spidey. Here we go. Now this.
Oh my gosh, I was talking and nobody could hear me. Because I had my microphone on mute. So I'm like over here talking.
Oh, well, yeah. Look at this. This is a finger, and it's even got the skin.
Whoa. That one's more difficult to see. Let me.
Right, hang on. Let me wet it.
So why do
Oh,
you
it's
keep
hard.
finding these fingers? Like, are they all around the same area or?
No, they're just everywhere. Like in the countryside. Do you see the nail?
Yeah.
And it's got like the skin where it
Yeah, you could see the nail
wrinkles.
really good when you held it up like that.
And this one, I think, is a
I
little
think you were
toe.
just meant to find parts of other beings.
Mm. They're
That
just
was my
like,
chair, guys. That was not
they
me.
could be. Here we go. Where does it go? That way. They're just like fingers. Like that, I'd say was it could even be a toe. One of the middle toes.
Who
'Cause
knows?
it's
It depends
long.
on how big the being was. Yeah.
Yeah. But you can just recognise that they're actually, all these long stones are either toes or hands that have been
Wow.
broken in however they died. Because obviously, like you say, the Great Flood, if you're going to get knocked and tumbled by huge amounts of water, then you're going to break up, aren't you? And snap, and bits are going to snap off and be scattered everywhere. It'd be like being
Mm-hmm.
in a washing machine,
Mm-hmm.
in a blender.
Right. Exactly. Blender.
The
Ugh.
amount, can you
Well,
imagine the weight of the water and the intensity.
yeah. Well, it seems like
I
a
even
quick
see
death.
bits of noses.
So, Kaz, let's see another one of your videos.
All right, okay. Got to share screen again. Right, we'll leave the body parts for
We're
now
gonna
for
do
another
we're gonna do a video on the
episode.
mud floods. I think we should do a
Yes,
little bit of research, catch up on our knowledge because I know we both know about it, and talk about it.
yes. Hang
So
on.
that'll be another video. So stay tuned.
That could be a different episode.
Yes,
Topic.
different
Right
episode.
then. This is a video about the energy that I filmed in the daytime that I was explaining earlier that I have around me. So I'll just press play and I can do full screen. Right. Come on. Hang on a minute. There we go. Right. So I put the sound on.
You can. You were just saying, "Wow, can you see that?" So I mean, if you want to, it's up to you.
No, actually I'll speak. So you see how looks like it's raining on the floor. Can you see that all right? that is what is around me. And you see on the sea, you'll see in a minute when I zoom in on the sea, but that is what it looks like at night, but above me, and it's like coming down when I'm in bed on the ceiling, from the
I've
ceiling.
experienced
Yeah.
that. I have not as often as you, but definitely,
But that's what it looks like on the walls at home.
yeah.
And
Look at the difference between the top part of the
it's like it becomes the object. It's on me all the time. I could see it on my
fuzzy.
sleeve. Yeah. But
That's energy.
that is what
Can
it
you feel
looks
the
like.
energy?
And that is with me all the time, wherever I
Hopefully, I'm
go.
sorry. I hope you guys aren't hearing a reverb because I have my computer on my lap.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine, this thing.
Yeah, just like fuzzy,
And then on the
bouncy.
sea, it looks like it's sort of raining on it. Like the rain's imprinting, when it's raining hard and it's imprinting. Madder. So it's good. It's nice to be able to show what I'm on about.
Yeah. Do you ever see colors in it?
Um, it's more like, and it's like energy from within, like um, when they say you've got the spark in your eyes when when there's life in you, you've got life in your eyes. You can tell the difference, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like that, but transparent. It's hard to explain.
I understand. It's like you see this light within it. Like you see this
Yeah,
life.
it's a lot. You can tell it's obviously alive because it's got energy, and it does have. The only time I see it,
Sometimes it's hard to because our language can only explain so much. Like that's
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
we
there aren't
we
words
we
for
can't
it.
explain emotions very well, We can't
It's
explain
more like
experiences and how it affected us very well.
like a flash, subtle flashes that I see out the corner of my eye. It like glistens when I'm staring at it on the wall. All of a sudden, it'll sort of glisten on the wall like a.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. Like when if you shook a.
Like something trying to get your attention.
Yeah, it glistens, catches the light,
Yeah.
catches the
Yeah.
sparkle of
It's
light.
like there's no light in here, but it's kind of
Yeah, to
shiny
see it
on
on a
me.
white wall, just a plain wall,
Mm-hmm.
it has to sort of be noticed and be different for a minute from the wall, just subtly,
Yes.
like a shimmer, a two-tone.
Yeah. And it's just like,
Yeah,
look at me. I'm pretty. You
yeah,
know,
it is.
I'm
It
pretty and
does.
you're pretty, and let's be pretty together. And you're special because you can see me. And thank you for recognizing me. I'm here. Look, I mean, it's just like everything
It's.
is everything. Everything is spiritual. Everything is here now.
I think it is because I filmed the sky, right, for so long intensely. I feel that it is a cloud because clouds can be everywhere. They can like evaporate and then reform. When you see them appear out of nowhere, and disappear. And that's what it sort of does in here. And when I go outside, it becomes like a mist and a cloud, like a more solid version of its identity, if you like.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's free, it's outdoors, it can expand, so it can be its true form more. It can materialize into its fuller being, if that's what I'm trying to say. Whereas indoors, it's confined, isn't it? So it's hard for it.
If it
It
wanted
just
to go
goes
outside,
fuzzy.
it would go outside though. Why is it inside?
Yeah, but it is outside. It's everywhere at once.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So when you said about that going outside, like it's like there's no borders to the energy, right? So I mean,
yeah,
even with us, but we're on this more dense reality. So yeah, there's more borders
yeah,
with us, you know.
yeah,
But for the grand scheme of things, there's really no borders. I mean, like technically there's no borders with this either. That's why you can pierce something through your body, you know. There's really no
yeah.
borders, but it's just a more condensed energy here in this realm.
That's right.
It's a lower, energy, but um I forgot what I was saying because I got into that. But
You sound like there's no boundaries. You know?
exactly, yeah, like there's no borders for this energy. So it's just a different reality. Just like when I was on Writer's Show the other day, and we are talking about like being in a different realm where we're not so condensed in this denser energy, and where there's no borders basically. And how like just like trying to enjoy this realm, but also, being okay with going into another realm, but at least enjoying what we have here now, because we may never experience this again. We may be in that energy, what you're talking about, and we could be trying to
Yeah,
communicate with the denser energies, and they're seeing you, but they're like, oh, there's a glisten. And what if you're on that other side going, no bitch, I'm like standing right here. And they're like, oh, there's a glisten on the wall, because you're in a different realm. You don't have this, you know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm going off
yeah.
on these weird tangents tonight, sorry y'all.
Go for it. I like it when you go weird on me. I love it. It's just like I just don't want you to shut up. Because it got no. It's just amazing which direction it could go in.
Oh my gosh, I just
Yeah,
hope that it makes some kind of sense. It's
it
like
does
when I talk,
totally.
sometimes I'm like, did that
Totally.
even make any sense? Like I feel like I'm
It
in this
does to
weird.
us. Yeah, but that's how I felt. That's what I thought I sounded like. That's
When
why I'm so glad I got some footage to look at,
yeah,
so I could. Because sometimes I can't get my words out to string together a sentence of what I'm trying to say. All of a
right,
sudden, I can't speak.
yeah,
Every time I go to explain
I wouldn't say
to
every
somebody,
time. I think you do a pretty good
but
job every
like,
time.
say I'm doing it for the first time to somebody who says, "All right, then explain what you
Oh,
want to tell me." You know about they're calling you a conspiracy theorist or something.
right,
All of a
tell me
sudden, I can't speak.
prove it to me right now. And you're like, I'm not
Yeah.
ready,
Oh,
I need to form my
what's this? What's
presentation.
that? That I find I can't find the words to explain.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, I can't speak. I get it every time, and it's like
that doesn't
it's a
happen to you every
curse.
time though.
Yeah, it
No,
does.
no, it doesn't. I've
It
watched
does
you
when I'm
plenty of
talking in face
times,
to face
girl.
with
You do
somebody.
good all the time, don't trip.
I can do with you different.
No, I've watched shows that you've been on. You're good. You're good.
Still, I'm not as good as I want to be because I still can't get my words out of how I want to say it.
I think
All
you
of a
do.
sudden,
I
I've
mean,
forgotten the English language.
yeah, I
To
think
me,
you
there
do.
is no words. Pictures speak 1,000,000,000.
So what are you showing us now?
I don't know. I was just pressing play.
What is
Actually,
this? What is this? Outside or your bed?
it's no, this isn't my bed. It's I was going to show you a
Show the
better.
sky. Do you want to show the sky? What your do you want to talk about that in a different show? Because we could probably
I
make a whole
think
show out of that.
I'll make a whole show out of that.
Okay. Then let's keep that as a cliffhanger for everyone that's still watching. If you're still
Yeah,
watching,
let
thank
me show you just
you.
some night orbs, right?
Okay.
If it will let me get into my playlist.
So what I'm gonna do, because I know I've seen all these, I'm gonna let you take over for a minute and I'm gonna go grab my drink because I'm thirsty and you talk, you take over, and I'll be right back.
Oh no. Right then. Basically, this is filmed with a device that has infrared and night vision digital, and it picks up, as you can see, it catches orbs in the clouds. So what it's lighting up there is actually the energy in the night sky that we can't see with normal eyes. So it's picking up on just an energy that's around me. And this energy shoots out orbs, as you can see. They come from this sort of cloud that's been filmed. And that's what the night vision, the infrared picks up on. It sees this energy that's in the sky. Yeah, can you see that all right, Amber?
I can.
Yeah. So, yeah, this has just been filmed in my back garden.
And this was with your night vision?
Yeah, my little night vision device. So the lights you see there, they're the stars. It picks out the stars. It makes them really bright. So in the background you can see the stars. But like the orbs you're seeing are coming out of an energy that's just slightly above me. And
So
the
I have some
bright,
pictures of the moon that I took, and you
yeah.
can see I would show them, but then we're going to be here all night, and I don't want to make a long video because not everybody has tolerance for that long a video, so they may not make it this long and they're going to miss really cool shit. So I'd rather make
These videos are the best for watching on a Sunday afternoon when there's nothing else on YouTube, because Sundays are crap.
totally, but I don't want it a 4 hour long. It needs to be like shorter so people don't get their attention span doesn't wander off and then they miss good stuff. Like we're going to still have good stuff. So I don't want to like do all our good stuff in the first video because we have more up our sleeves.
Well, this one's pretty cool because this is just a film of my blanket on my bed.
Have I seen that one?
You
I'm
might
not
not
crazy,
have.
only sharing what I'm experiencing.
It's just a film, and it catches snowflake orbs dancing across the blanket. It's one of my early day ones when I didn't know what it was I was capturing. And it's just a zooming in close up and out of my bed. And in a minute you'll see them fly in front of the camera. I think, yeah, this is where...
Are you changing the...
It's like...
I can't think of the name. You had
slideshow.
that issue earlier too. You're like, what's the name? when you changed the
No,
the
it was showing still shots on the video, captures of what I could see
it just
as
looks
it
like the
used to
colors
draw.
changing, like
It
the
used to do like draw images on the blanket, and occasionally
where's
you
the
just get to
orbs
see.
at? Where they at?
It's quite a long video, so
I like your blankie though. It's nice.
probably it's a different video. There's so many. You see, it's like
Let's share one more. Let's share one more before we go. So one of the dragons, if you want to share one of those, that would be cool. Or you can share the one on the bed with the energy kind of coming up on the bed if you don't care to show that. If it's up to you, but do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. It's whether I can find it quick enough or not.
Do you have the
Because
like that one like with the because I know another friend took a picture just the same, and I think I sent it to you, and it looked exactly like yours. And
is it about orbs?
it's like it looked like either some type of orb or some type of dragon or some type of something flying, and you couldn't really tell what it was from far away. But when you
Oh, but they're black.
it almost yeah, it almost looked like it had a tail or something.
Yeah, that was a dragon. Yeah,
Because my friend took a
that
picture just like that and he sent it to me, and I was like, whoa, that's just like Kaz's.
right. Okay, I don't know what you mean. I need to get into out of that.
So we're going to end on this one, and then we're going to continue on another round of Amber, Dawn, and Kaz Hawk.
Hmm, yeah, one sec.
Conversations of the mind and other stuff.
Remembering where I put everything. I went through total
If you can't find it,
organising.
just we'll keep that
I
in
know
our
where it is. It's just in here. Because I reorganised everything after I deleted a lot of stuff. What did I call it? What did we call it? It's in here. It's in here.
sometimes I'll get in those moods where I'm just like, I'm gonna start cleaning out this computer. Like you have to clean out your computers and stuff, your phones and
You
stuff
do.
sometimes.
You have to sort of declutter the
Yeah, and you have to get everything
crap
like yeah.
you pick
And
up.
so sometimes it's like if you're in a mood and then you just like delete, and then later you're like, damn, I shouldn't have deleted that one thing.
I know.
But for
I
the
think I
most part, it
deleted
doesn't
too
matter.
much.
What'd you say, Kaz?
What?
What'd you say?
I think I deleted so many amazing pictures because I just deleted,
Yeah, but you
scrolled
probably
down and
deleted
deleted
a lot of
hundreds
things
at
that
a
needed.
time.
Yeah,
Eh?
but you needed to. Like we don't need all that clutter. I think everything needs to be decluttered
It felt
sometimes.
good. I needed to do that area.
Yeah. Cuz we can take thousands of pictures and a lot of them are just bleh. They need to go anyway. They're trash. Cuz like
Oh, I've
obviously
got to show you this first.
oh yeah,
Look at
that was it.
this.
What's that?
This is from mud fossils. Look at the face of the in the stone of the giant
Oh wow.
and the rock.
Wow.
That's you see. It's even got hair, mouth, eyes, nose. But that some mud
It kind of looks
fossils.
edited. Not the face. I mean, yeah, maybe the face. Yeah, it could look edited, dude. It kind of looks.
It's his. It's actually
Maybe they put
his.
a filter on it or something.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
it's his
saying
TV
giants
in the
didn't exist, by
background.
the way. I
His
totally
TV in
believe
the
in giants.
background. I just took a screenshot.
Because look at the look at the bush on our right of its eye. Yeah. It looks like it's been placed there, doesn't it? Or is that just because some stuff is just so beautiful it just looks fake, right? But I'm not saying this is fake. I'm just saying maybe there's a filter on it or something, make it look brighter. I don't know what I'm
Could have
saying.
just brought the colours
But
out
it
a
does
bit.
look like a face. And I've seen so many of those. And there's many where I live, but there's one specifically that I'm thinking of that I have a picture of somewhere.
I know Mud Fossil University is
He's
very,
rad. Yeah,
is
he's rad.
he's
He
fucking
knows his
great.
stuff.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's
Right.
like really good at explaining stuff and like getting you like you're like, holy crap, like dude, this makes
There
so
we
much
go.
sense, you know? Like you're right. Like it's just like, I
Yeah.
mean, you can't be
Well,
like you're
he's
right, but
got
it's
the
like
research. He's like he knows biology and is how the body works and what blood and tissue look like. He used to teach.
exactly,
He's
and
a
how it
professor. He's a
decomposes and
teacher. He taught at university.
yeah, what happens like if a mud flood happened or something really
Yeah,
hot like happened, right?
and he
And
could
how your
see.
bodies decompose within that type of
Yeah, and
environment.
he could see that in the rocks, but on a massive
Exactly.
scale.
Mm-hmm.
That is tissue and blood, and that's what happens when someone's bled out.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see
And
from
the and the
with the help
dragon,
from Google
the
Earth,
dragon with the
obviously.
big fish,
Yeah,
so
that is
dope, dude.
amazing.
So dope.
That blew
So
me away.
dope. Dope. So
That's what I mean. We're looking. We've got to really think. What? How do you hide stuff from people finding
lies,
out in
lies,
plain
all
sight?
fucking lies.
You've got to think big outside the box, like unbelievably mind blowing.
Yeah, you
That is
can't believe
gonna
everything
find me
all
big.
these people have been telling us. Like there's so
Do you
much
know,
magic in this
we've been
world.
so deceived to believe that everything is so tiny or not possible, or
Right.
if you know, just for that
Like I
reason.
think people have forgotten about their magic. And when you talk about magic, I'm not like talking about this, even though it can be. And I have like magic hollow sticks in my
Yeah, like
hand,
magic of
Hollywoods, but yeah, no,
talking
like
to the plants, magic of having a conversation with a daffodil.
everything here is magic. We're alive. We're
Yeah,
experiencing this. We're going to die one day. We were born at one point in time and all of a sudden
yeah.
we were here. Where did we come from? And then we're going to die and then we go somewhere else. Like that's fucking
I believe we
magical to
come from
me.
the earth and we go back to the earth.
Yeah. But also other places too, because our consciousness doesn't die. And so
Yeah,
it's
well,
like
only our
magic.
body, our
Everything is
suit, our
magic.
meat suit is from the earth, but our spark is obviously it's infinity, isn't it?
Yes.
Energy never dies.
So
So
show us this picture really quick and then we're going to end this stream here.
this picture you're on about, yeah,
Yes.
I'm showing it. Now
It's so
this
awesome.
was taken quite a few years ago, and I was just taking a photo as I did of the sky. And it wasn't until I got home and I had a look at my photos that I thought, what's that? And I just couldn't work out what it was. I thought, well, it's not a bird. It's not an insect. It's not something on my lens. It's not, I wasn't inside and it's not on the glass. I'm not taking it through a window. And I was just like, and also they're here next to it.
And also, I have a friend that sent me the same type of picture, and it was the
Yeah,
same thing. And
yeah.
you guys live on opposite sides of the earth. So that's another thing.
See, you don't even know these things are there until you go back and look at your photos later.
Yeah.
Because, and
But
sometimes
do
people
you
don't ever
have
look
the
at it.
perspective of it when it's when where you were from where that was? Because I know that's a blown up picture. Do you have the other original?
Yeah.
Just to kind of give people an idea of how far away it was and like how you wouldn't really have
Let me
noticed.
let me just have a look. Um, yes, I do know where it is. It's in here. I just have to think where I've organised it and filed it away to neatly,
I'm
tidily.
challenging you tonight, Kaz.
You're pushing it. It's 5:20 in the morning,
Oh
honey.
my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Damn.
right.
Well, at least you're
Right.
with me and you're safe and you're
I couldn't
expressing
think of
yourself.
anyone else better. Oh,
Yeah.
that's bright.
Yeah, I'll
Right.
let you go after this if you can find it. Just to kind of give people a perspective of
Yeah. Um. Right. Okay. I think it's in. I think it'll be in. Be in here. Could be not.
maybe, maybe not,
Right.
maybe, maybe not.
It might. That is that the
I think
same
that's the
one?
same one. That's okay,
Right.
Kaz. So basically, that was really far away. So that was zoomed in quite a bit to see that.
Yeah.
It basically just looked like a speck in the sky, is what it looked like. So if you would have taken a picture, you might have thought it was a bird or something and just deleted it, right? But she zoomed
Yeah.
in on it, and that's what was on there. And that's
That was the
awesome.
bar
Oh, look
I
at all
had
those
in
orbs.
Ibiza. That was the bar I had in Ibiza,
Mm,
and we closed the doors and chucked all the customers out one night. And that was one of my best
wow.
friends. Her name was Melissa. I said, "This bar is full of energy. Yeah, I've got a feeling. Let's take a photograph and just go. Come on, Orbs." So she says, "Let there be orbs," and she put her hand up like that, and
Oh
that's
my
the photo I
gosh.
got.
That
You
is
zoom in,
really
yeah.
cool. See?
And these orbs
Magic.
are.
Magic.
Let me zoom in.
That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Let there be orbs. Wait, that
They've
wasn't
all
the.
got mad. I
Let
mean,
there be orbs.
that orb has got a small orb coming out of it. They've got really mad, really good detail when
Yes,
you
that's
zoom
really
in. I
neat.
can't zoom in at the minute on it, so. Um,
Beautiful.
but yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay,
amazing.
Kaz, we're gonna end it here. I'm not done talking to you. We're gonna say goodbye still. If I accidentally hang up on you, just we'll get a hold of each other in a minute. But we're gonna end this
Okay.
here. We're going to continue this another time. We're gonna figure out something else to speak about, which we really don't need to figure it out. We just are good at what we do. We're
Yeah,
both air signs. She's a Libra. I'm a Gemini. We're communicators. So you're gonna get a
you're my
lot.
opposite. You're my apparently my balance.
I'm not your opposite.
No, not opposite, but like aren't
Oh,
Libras
like
and
we
Geminis?
get along.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think all air signs get along with each other. So, but so okay, Kaz. So if you want to give your channel's name or any other information before we get off here, so that people can contact you if they want to or watch your music on your YouTube, go ahead and drop your information now before we get off
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. It's just how you see my name on here, Kaz Hawke. Um, and yeah, basically now all I do, I make my own music, which is chill out and kind of deep house. It's good, you'll
And really
like
nice
it.
videos to go along
And
with
put
it
my
too.
videos of like dragons and orbs and sky energy to the music, so you've got something to look at as well. And yeah, I'm uploading it slowly, all in 432 and 528 hertz as well, so it actually does you good and heals you and opens your heart. while you're listening. Well, it did that anyway, but even more. So yeah, go over and check it out and have a look round. There's lots to look at and lots to listen to. So
Thank you,
cool.
Kaz, for coming. I appreciate you doing this in
Thank you,
such
Soldier.
short
Thank you,
notice.
Amber.
It went really well. I think everybody's going to appreciate this stream, and I'm going to premiere this. So hopefully you'll be in the chat with us and we can all
Yeah,
talk. And yeah, you
be
know where
awesome.
to
Yeah,
subscribe on my channel. Amber Dawn Rising is this channel. This is where we speak all things, everything. And then on Amber Dawn Tarot is just for your tarot readings. So thank you for joining us, and you guys take care. Much love. Bye.
much love.